An ode to Sonder JBR Suites, Dubai. Or how a five-star dream became a dusty, noisy, ice-cold nightmare. Oh, my darlings, gather close, let me tell you a tale of betrayal so profound, so personal, that it still makes my delicate little heart quiver like a leaf in a hurricane. Once upon a time, in the glittering mirage of Dubai, there existed a place called Sonder JBR Suites. A name that whispered luxury, that promised opulence like a night in shining marble floors. But my loves, it was a lie. A scam, a crime against hospitality itself. Let us begin with the noise. Oh, the noise. Picture this. You arrive at 5 a.m., your soul already frayed from travel, your eyelids heavier than the crown jewels. You have a baby, a 5-year-old. You are a human being who requires sleep. But no. Sonder JBR Suites greets you with the symphony of hella generator roaring like a dragon with indigestion, a cherry picker clanging like a drunk blacksmith, and construction workers who apparently operate on vampire hours. And then the music starts. Not soft, soothing melodies, no. It has a lobby pool party at 8 a.m. as if the staff confused check-in with Coachella. Now, why is this bad? Let me educate you. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. Without it, you become a hollow-eyed ghoul, stumbling through life like a zombie in a rom-com montage. And when your children cannot sleep, that, my dears, is torture. Tiny humans deprived of rest turn into demons, and you turn into a weeping, caffeine-fueled husk. But did Sonder care? No. They offered an upgrade for $3,000 extra, as if we were the problem, not their lobby rave. Night 2, same horror. The cherry picker now has a personal vendetta against your sanity. A worker is outside your window at 3:30 a.m., banging away like he's auditioning for Stomp. Your children are sobbing. You call Sonder's head office an hour of hold music later. Their solution? Pay more money. Only when you threaten to leave do they graciously move you to a smaller room, which they dare call an upgrade. It is half the size. The walls smell faintly of regret and cheap air freshener. But wait, it gets worse. Days 3 and 4, no hot water, not a little lukewarm. Ice cold. The shower gives you 5 minutes of warmth before it gives up on life, like a college student during finals week. Engineers come, they lie, they say it as fixed, then admit the boiler must be replaced. This requires cutting a hole in the ceiling. 4 hours of construction dust raining onto your beds, your toothbrush, your soul. You return to find your room filthy, because housekeeping clocked out at 5 p.m. because why clean when you can abandon guests to their dust-coated fate? You beg for mercy from Cheyenne, a senior staff member. She pretends to care, promises a refund for nights even, but on the last day, psych, her mask slips. Best we can do is 1,000 AED credit, she says, with the warmth of a tax auditor. That dose and tea even cover one night in this dystopian motel. You are left bathing your baby in the sink like some Victorian urchin, because the pump is faulty, their words, not mine.
Let's be frank, the businesses surrounding Sonder JBR Suites, Dubai, they're a bit of a letdown. It feels like a carefully constructed illusion, a shimmering facade masking a rather unsettling reality. It's as if someone decided to build a playground for tourists, then forgot to install any actual safety features or, frankly, basic decency. It's disheartening. You arrive expecting a seamless, luxurious experience and are often met with a frustrating, sometimes downright unpleasant series of encounters. I've analyzed numerous accounts from fellow travelers, and a pattern emerges, a pervasive sense of being exploited, ignored, or simply treated with a concerning lack of respect. It began with a hope, a flicker of optimism that perhaps the occasional negative review was an anomaly. However, after combing through the data, I've come to believe that these issues aren't isolated incidents, they are symptomatic of a deeper malaise. It feels predatory. They know tourists are there, often only for a short time, and are willing to capitalize on that with a rather callous disregard. Let's start with the area's focal point, the beach JBR. It appears idyllic, doesn't it? The perfect Instagram backdrop, but beneath the surface, it's a parking nightmare designed to bleed your wallet dry. It's not merely expensive parking, it's intentionally obtuse. 20 AED an hour, no daily rate, it's designed to catch you out. Imagine a family, perhaps facing an unexpected medical issue, forced to cough up hundreds of dollars simply for leaving their car for a few extra hours. It leaves a bitter taste. It isn't simply an inconvenience, it's a calculated system of extraction. People reported spending upwards of 100 for a mere 19 hours of parking. That's not a fee, that's a ransom. And it's not just the price, it's the inflexibility. It feels like they actively want you to get caught. The validation system, reportedly riddled with glitches, adds another layer of frustration. Restaurants validate, security doesn't recognize it, you're left arguing with indifferent staff, it's exhausting. Then there's the issue of access. Apparently the unspoken dress code, or perhaps the unspoken belonging, operates quite actively. If you don't fit a certain demographic, specifically, if you aren't visibly affluent and Western, you might find yourself denied entry. One person described being told Indians and Pakistanis weren't welcome unless they looked the part. Disgusting, it's a lingering shadow of discriminatory practices, cloaked in the guise of maintaining a vibe. It makes you wonder what else is going on beneath the surface. Even basic amenities are subject to whims. Men's restrooms being consistently locked, even handicap-accessible ones. It's a deliberate act of disregard. It feels like a message, you are not valued. And then, the more subtle, yet equally concerning, reports of harassment. Stories of drunk individuals being allowed to roam freely, security turning a blind eye, and a general sense of vulnerability. It's unsettling to think that a place marketed as a safe haven for tourists could harbor such risks. It feels like they are building traps for people. Moving on, we have DreamWorks Spa Cascades Tower Dubai Marina. You'd expect a luxurious escape, wouldn't you? Instead, many report a decidedly unrelaxing experience. Rough massages leaving customers in pain for weeks afterward, therapists who seemingly lack basic training or even a grasp of English. A sterile, unwelcoming atmosphere. The descriptions are consistently disheartening. The oil apparently doesn't even smell good. It's like a parody of a spa experience. And the communication, forget about it. People attempting to book appointments are met with radio silence or outright rudeness when they do manage to get a response. There's even a recurring theme of pressure to purchase multiple vouchers, only to have those vouchers invalidated by arbitrary expiry dates.
It's a classic bait and switch. The pattern continues with Al Safadi Restaurant DIFC. While some rave about the authenticity of the food, a growing chorus of complaints points to declining service and a jarringly loud atmosphere. It's no longer a cultural experience, it's a chaotic free-for-all. And the staff, dismissive, disorganized. A sense of order and warmth has clearly evaporated. Stories of orders being forgotten, incorrect items delivered, and a general lack of attention. A simple dinner shouldn't feel like a battle. Saya Cafe City Walk presents a similar narrative. It looks beautiful, trendy, Instagrammable, but
Businesses near Sonder JBR Suites, Dubai, they look so shiny, you know, like everything is perfect, right? But then, some of them just disappear overnight like magic, but like bad magic. Like a magician who steals your money instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat. So there was this place called Gulf First Commercial Brokers, sounds fancy, right? Near Business Bay, close to Sonder JBR Suites. They had an office, real looking, with people inside, talking about trading and making you rich. Tourists would walk in, all excited like, wow, Dubai is giving me free money. But no. They'd put in 1,000, then 5,000, then more, and the dashboard would show fake profits. Look how smart you are, except one day, poof, office empty. Just a mop and a sad dustbin bag left behind. Security guards said they ran like someone yelled police, and the people, they lost everything. One guy lost 50,000. Imagine coming to Dubai for fun and leaving with minus money. And then there's the whole fake brokerage office thing. Same area near Sonder JBR Suites. Different names: Sigma 1 Capital, U-Trade, EVA Markets, all fake, like bad Halloween costumes for companies. They call you, message you, hey, wanna make easy money. And tourists, like, sure, why not? They go to the address, but the office was never there, just empty rooms, like a bad